Welcome to 767 News, Dominica's #1 news source. I am Rima Alfred. When 767 News returns, we'll bring you the latest news and developments.
Fresher foods, bold flavors, more time. Get it all with appliances from Quartz. Purchase any appliance $999 and over. You can be a weekly winner of $200 US cash. Plus, purchase any Mabe appliance and win $11,000 in prizes of your choice. Shop with Quartz Ready Finance and pay absolutely nothing for 60 days. So find the solutions for your kitchen and laundry only at Quartz, bringing value home.
Welcome back. First up in tonight's newscast, the Dominica State College has officially launched a Create Caribbean Research Center at its Stock Farm campus yesterday, Thursday, April 9, 2015. Create Caribbean Inc. is a non-profit education-focused organization that supports students and scholars in academic research, teaching, and learning, with an emphasis on using digital technologies. The organization works to bridge academic excellence, tech empowerment, and civic engagement to help build a better Caribbean. Dr. Shyla K. Esprit, founder and director of Create Caribbean, said her students have already begun using the facility and have found it to be quite beneficial to their education.
One of the key missions of Create Caribbean is to use digital technology to expose research, to have students do research, and to tap into the age of information. This is the communication of our time, and to allow students to be their best using digital technology. CREATE is actually an acronym for the Center for Research and Empowerment in the Arts and Technology Education. Research, of course, as I described to you, is about academic support, and more practically, I want to really focus for the first year on extending library services through research. Showing people how to find things is one of the #1 things that I want to do in our first year. I think one of the things that I want to do here with Create Caribbean is not just about research, but it's to create academic support by providing a home environment. If students can feel that they have a place they can go and do their work where they have someone all the time, to talk to, then it's more likely that they will stay there and finish their work and ask questions and get more interested in other things.
Chief Education Officer Melina Fontaine gave remarks on behalf of the Minister of Education and Human Resource Development, saying this is a groundbreaking event for the institution. She also stated that the Dominica State College is working to bring more development to its students.
The official opening of the Create Caribbean Inc. Research Institute, based at the Dominica State College, is an occasion that must be celebrated, because not only is it groundbreaking, but it signifies the depth of talent and innovative spirit that lie within our young people. In an age of rapidly changing technologies, new knowledge, and the demand for greater creativity and imaginative endeavors, we at the Ministry of Education are proud that this initiative has taken root at the Dominica State College. The Dominica State College is also moving into offering non-traditional programs, such as the Certificate and Associate Degree in Music Instrument Repair and Maintenance, that positions the college to not only serve our students here in Dominica, but also enlist students from other territories in the region.
The Create Caribbean building is located at the lower section of the Dominica State College Stock Farm campus. The Office of Disaster Management has released a statement in relation to the 2015 Atlantic hurricane season, which begins June 1st and ends on November 30th, 2015. Doctors William Gray and Philip Klotzbach indicated that we can expect a below-average season with 7 named storms, 3 hurricanes, and 1 major hurricane of either Category 3, 4, or 5. The renowned scientist stated they anticipate that the 2015 Atlantic Basin hurricane season will be one of the least active seasons since the middle of the 20th century. They continued by saying it appears quite likely that an El Nino of at least moderate strength will develop this summer, and the tropical and subtropical Atlantic are also quite cool at present. According to the Gray-Klotzbach prediction, we can anticipate a below-average probability for major hurricanes making landfall along the United States coastline and in the Caribbean. Despite the forecast for below-average activity, residents are reminded that it only takes one hurricane making landfall to make it an active season for them. Residents are therefore advised to prepare the same for every season, regardless of how much activity is predicted. The 2015 hurricane names are Anna, Bill, Claudette, Danny, Erica, Fred, Grace, Henry, Ida, Joaquin, Kate, Larry, Mindy, Nicholas, Odette, Peter, Rose, Sam, Teresa, Victor, and Wanda. In more news, residents of the Grotto Home for the Homeless will soon be moved to the new facility in Bellevue Royal. President of the Grotto Home, Ainsworth Irish, in an interview with 767 News on Thursday said the residents will move to the facility before June 1st, 2015.
We should have moved sometime a month ago, but because of drawbacks and little problems, we had a setback. But I can tell you that the building is complete now, and as I speak to you, we're just doing the final touches. I will not give you a date, but before long, we should be moving into the new grotto. As you know, the grotto caters for about 45 destitute people around the island, where we give them free hot meals. In addition to that, we have what we call the soup kitchen, where some 50 persons off the street come every evening for a hot meal. So now we have to say thanks to the government of Dominica that gave us an additional acre of land. So now we have our location there with 2 acres of land. Government, of course, had acquired the old grotto on Valley Road, gave us in excess of $500,000. And we have constructed this facility pretty close to $2.2 million. And we are now doing the finishing touches, and before long we should be moving in.
Iris said he is thankful to the various benefactors and all who have donated to aid in the construction of the new facility.
Just recently, as long as 2 weeks ago, I made a plea for some additional funds, and a businessman came forward and gave me a check of $10,000. That went a long way in paying our creditors, since I had owed some $11,500 to the business sector. We have since paid that bill, and now we're looking forward to the final touches to get things together. So in a nutshell, I can tell you a lot has been done.
Irish said the board of directors of the Grotto Home must be commended for their tireless work to ensure the destitute individuals are cared for in the best possible way.
We've been working tirelessly to ensure that these persons who are destitute in society, you know, they are taken care of in the best possible way. Of course, we have an international donor, Beverly Foundation, who gives us a subvention annually. We are very thankful for that. And also the government of Dominica gives us an annual subvention of $22,000, and I think that has been increased to $30,000 at this financial year. So we are very thankful for that. Jays and all the different persons, APP, they have been coming on board to assist us, and we have to say thank you very much for all the many persons that have been giving us. A gentleman met me this morning at a service station, and he said, I will contribute $1,000. So that comes a long way in terms of purchasing food and making the residents happy.
The completed structure includes male and female dormitories, kitchen, and laundry room. Irish said in the near future, plans are to construct 2 additional buildings to expand occupancy. The United States Army is expected later this year to facilitate the construction of one of these buildings. The Grotto Home currently caters for 45 individuals. More details in the news when we return.
Let's see how easy it is to play Powerball and win. Simply select 4 numbers from 1 to 30 and a Power Pick number from 1 to 5, and that's it. You have just selected your winning numbers for Powerball, or just get a quick pick and let the machine select your lucky numbers for you. Remember, Powerball is drawn every Wednesday and Saturday from 9 p.m. Powerball from the Dominica National Lottery.
Welcome back. On Friday, the MV Carnival Liberty of the Carnival Cruise Line made an unscheduled call to Dominica at the Roseau cruise ship berth. The ship, with a passenger capacity of 2,974, is the third Carnival Cruise Line vessel to visit Dominica for the 2014-2015 cruise season. A shoreside cultural welcome was provided by local steel band groups Tibois and Rhythm and Steels and Phase 5. The Discover Dominica Authority is in constant discussion with Carnival Cruises for reinstatement of calls to the island. As such, an urgent call was made to all tourism stakeholders to ensure that guests' expectations are met and exceeded, as well as standards maintained throughout the time frame of the ship's presence at port. In more stories, in an effort to increase the shelf life of the landfill at Fonkole, Acting General Manager of the Dominica Solid Waste Management Corporation, Florian Mitchell, says they will increase the focus on recycling.
Every material has a salvage value, right? If you're getting rid of your vehicle, the shell has a salvage value, the glass has a value, and your vehicle is broken down by items. You have your bumper, your park light, every single component on your vehicle has a value, whether it's 5 cents, 2 cents. Mostly everything that we put out in our garbage has a value. Your cans has a value, your glass has a value, plastic has value. Your kitchen waste, your food peeling has value. So what we'd want to see is how now that waste that we bring into the landfill, how we can change that into dollars and cents. Then if we are not landfilling that waste, we'd have no need to build another landfill for probably $10 million or $15 million.
Mitchell said, with this change, the corporation will aim to set up material recovery facilities where employees will single out the salvageable material from waste to be recycled. The remainder of the waste that is not salvageable or has no market value would then be dumped at the landfill.
Then the landfill that is constructed or was constructed probably to last 20 years, if we're able to do that, that landfill will give you an additional 30, 40 years because you would have reduced the level of waste going to your landfill. That is what we're trying to promote, and this is where we would want to go, so that we won't have to ask the taxpayers of Dominica for an additional $10 million to build another landfill. So this is where we want to go.
Mitchell said the current landfill has some space left for expansion. However, recycling is the best option.
We were also thinking of not just have a material recovery facility in Roseau. Why not have something in the north where it would be less wear and tear on your equipment? If you have a material recovery facility, even as we mentioned earlier, some of the business people, it would be more conducive to them to take that material. Let's say you're on the north end, right? You operate a business. To truck your material from Portsmouth to landfill is cost. It's cost to you. So if you have a facility within that area where you could take all your recyclable material to and it could be processed, in terms of wear and tear on solid waste equipment, in terms of wear and tear on your personal equipment, if you have to go to that facility, it has a lot of economic benefits.
The Acting General Manager of the Dominica Solid Waste Management Corporation said, in light of the fact that 40% of the waste received is of an organic nature, plans are to construct a multiple composting facility on the island. Mitchell said this would also serve as a means of creating employment and selling of compost locally and regionally. Mitchell added this would also involve the partnership of the government and non-governmental entities to become a reality.
This is as a result of the collaborative work of the Office of Disaster Management, the ODM, the Ministry of Justice, Immigration and National Security, in partnership with Velco Consortium and the Seismic Research Center of the University of the West Indies in Trinidad. The Office of Disaster Management on April 9 hosted a planning meeting with its stakeholders at the ODM in Jimit, where they finalized the logistics and operations in preparation for the Velco visit. The Velco Consortium is expected to arrive in Dominica on the weekend of May 9, 2015. During the week May 10 to 17, the group will engage in a number of activities that will seek to enhance the multidisciplinary understanding on the origin, nature, and significance of volcanic unrest from a scientific perspective. During the week, a number of field trips, lectures, and discussions will be held targeting students and the general public, while a simulation is targeted for May 14 to 15, aimed at testing components of the Dominica Volcanic Contingency Plan now in draft. The consortium is estimated to bring in at least 60 participants, generated by the collaboration of about 10 partners in Europe, Latin America, and the Caribbean. This VELCO exercise is undertaken as part of the European project VELCO Volcanic Unrest in Europe and Latin America. Reporting for 767 News, I am Tanya Green.
The latest in sports news is coming up next with Larry, so stay tuned.
Be part of the excitement. Tune in to the Tanya Green Show every other Monday on Digital Play TV, Channel 3.
Count your Thursdays and win up to $24,000 in cash. For every $9 spent on Big 4, you get a raffle ticket to enter our weekly draws to win $4,000 cash every Thursday for 6 weeks. The more you spend, the more tickets you get, the better your chances of winning every Thursday. That's $24,000 in cash. So play Big 4, count your Thursdays and win up to $24,000 in cash. Only from the Dominica National Lottery. Promotion starts from February 24th to April 2nd.
Good evening and welcome to 767 Sports. We begin tonight's coverage with basketball. In the first game of Week 3 in the Premier Division of the Dominica Amateur Basketball Association (DABA) held on Wednesday evening, the Sideman X-Men faced the Fashion 9 Falcons. It was a hard-fought game by both teams. However, in the end, X-Men emerged victorious. Both teams combined for a total of 200 points, X-Men with 109 and Falcons with 91. With this win, Simon X-Men are now tied in the first place with the Fashkas Prowlers with 4 points. Top performers for X-Men were Peter Ricketts, who scored a season-high 36 points with 9 rebounds and 2 blocks while shooting 79% field goals, Davidson Tula with 20 points, 6 assists and 2 steals, and Simon Josie 15 points and 6 rebounds. Top performers for Falcons were Kewan Thomas 30 points, 6 rebounds and 5 steals, Yannick Regis 26 points, 6 rebounds and 2 assists, and Edmond Williams Jr. recorded a double-double with 15 points and 12 rebounds. In basketball, in Week 2 of the DABA 2015 National League, the Premier Division Player of the Week award goes to Nathan John Jules of Super Eagles. In a 90-69 win over E.H. Charles Crossover, he finished with 20 points, 6 rebounds, 3 steals and 2 assists, while shooting at an outstanding 64% from the field. The Division 1 Player of the Week award goes to Craig Angle of Wanderers. He scored 24 points, 6 rebounds, 7 steals and 3 assists, and shooting at an average of 42% from the field in a win against Spartans. Each player will receive a $25 cash prize from the Dominica Amateur Basketball Association. Remember to visit www.dominicabasketball.com for updates throughout the season. And that's it for tonight's sportscast. Tune in again on Monday for more sports news.
That was Larry with the latest in sports. Now for a recap of tonight's headlines. Create Caribbean Research Center launched at the Dominica State College. Office of Disaster Management releases Atlantic hurricane season predictions. Residents of Grotto Home to move to new facility by June 1st. And that's all for now. Drop us an email at media@767news.dm. Friend us on Facebook and be sure to like our 767 News page. From all of us here on the 767 News production team, I am Rahima Alfred. Thanks for watching.